The financial life of someone with ADHD can be chaotic. We have an idea of how much we earn, but what about how much we spend? It's quite common to be surprised by the credit card bill or to make unnecessary impulse purchases. But there are tools that help me bring order to this chaos, and I teach all of them in the first link in the description.
Romantic relationships. Okay. How can you identify the presence of ADHD? What can you do? How can you talk to your spouses? Anyway, it's really important that this understanding, this awareness about ADHD in the relationship is sharp in your mind, because this is the first step for you to overcome the main difficulties, all right? The first thing is, you're going to have to learn some new concepts. Okay. And among them, the primary identification of this point about ADHD in the relationship. In other words, what is compliance and what is autonomy? And before we start, I want you to watch this part alone, without the other person being nearby. I know that many of you are couples or dating. Anyway, you might be watching this video together. In this part, I would like each of you to watch alone, okay? The first thing is, this is a concept you need to have sharp in your mind, okay? You need to ask yourself, and why am I saying this? Because even if you are dating someone, or if you are someone's husband, wife, or partner, you have to ask yourself, at least once, and take this course to do that. Ask yourself, are you in this relationship for the right reasons? All right. This question is fundamental. Why? What would be the right reason and what would be the wrong reason? The right reason would be that you are with someone because you love them, because you love being with them. You love spending time with her. You love making plans together with her. Do you see her in future? 5, 10, 30 years, 50 years, okay? In other words, you are on a converging path. There is respect. There is affection. And love is nurtured, okay, by both of you. In other words, it's a reason for mutual concern between you. So you are constantly there, reinforcing. Do you understand this? Do you feel that there is this respect? You can visualize a future with this person. In fact, I ask the question in the following sense. If the right reason, let's suppose you are someone who is listening to me right now, and let's suppose that you feel you don't really like the person, or even that you've been unfaithful. At least once, or at least 10, 20 times, I don't know. Why am I asking these questions here? Because sometimes, if you've already committed an act of infidelity, it could be a sign that you are in it for the wrong reasons. But I need you to be very clear about this. You can maybe use a piece of paper, a pen to talk about this, to write it down, right? Right reason, you really love her, you see yourself with this person. Or for example, you don't see yourself with her because you fight a lot. You can see that there's not much synergy anymore. So, it's important for you to reflect on this now. And what is the wrong reason? I mentioned the right reasons with examples. What would be the wrong reason? The person, in this case, replaces something that you had. He fulfills a need of yours, probably an emotional need, or even a financial need, a security that your parents didn't provide for you. Something along those lines. This is being in it for the wrong reasons. Understand that both are reasons. You have right reasons to be with someone and wrong reasons to be with someone. Wrong reasons mean that you are going through situations of psychological abuse. The person is rude to you, they're standoffish, you feel there's a touch of, the person is impatient with you, brutal, really. They take pleasure in being there, disagreeing with you, stepping on your car, disagreeing with you all the time, being there as if they were just stepping on your car all the time. It takes your weaknesses and it reinforces your weaknesses. She says that you're not capable. She says that you're too much for her. Things in that sense. But still, you stay because this person fulfills you in some way. Because in the moments when this person isn't being abusive, I'm giving examples, okay. This person offers both support and conflict. It also gives you security. It gives you reinforcement. It gives you a refuge, or sometimes a controlled refuge. It's like this. It's a person who spends 2 good days and then spends 4 days causing trouble with you. I'm going to give some examples that you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? That would be the wrong reason. And maybe, for example, one of the examples of the wrong reason is that perhaps your partner replaces your mother in many things. This is also a wrong reason, right? So, your partner, your mother, you had a very overprotective mother, and your partner, she's fulfilling that need of yours. It's not that if you're living this situation today, you can't find a way around it. Now, you need to have this clarity. Am I here for right or wrong? And then you might ask me, Yuri, but I'm here for the wrong reason. Is there a way for me to be here for the right reason? You can have both too, okay? At the same time that you feel there's affection and respect, the person also replaces a part that you miss from your mother, for example, right? A care, a nurturing that your mother had and that you're finding in this partner. So, what you need to weigh is, I'm not saying for you to say, oh no, then I marked the wrong reason. I have to break up with the person. I marked the reason. All right, so you have to stay with the person. It's about weighing things and having more clarity. Another wrong reason could be that maybe you're with the person to prove to yourself or to others that you can maintain a relationship. Understand that even if you've internally answered this question I've raised here, don't rush into making any hasty decisions to change this. You need to seek therapy. Therapy is what saved me, and that's what will help you too. Seeking therapy, understanding yourselves in therapy. She is the one who lights the way for ADHD. Adult, got it. So, therapy is part of that. From this guidance I'm giving you in this lesson, you're going to seek therapy and understand yourself much better, okay? Continuing here, shedding light on this part, let's talk now about some common issues in relationships with ADHD. Usually, it's a constant feeling and perception of injustice on the part of the person. With ADHD, okay, you constantly feel judged for things you didn't do consciously. So, every day you trip over something small and the person gets mad at you because you did it again for the umpteenth time. But man, I swear to God, I didn't do it on purpose. I wanted to change, be different, not be a bother. I didn't want to cause this trouble. Everything I do, you know. This is also a common issue in relationships. Things you do unconsciously. And even so, they bring some kind of harm to your relationship.
ADHD can indeed impact your life. Have you ever felt that if you had the courage to act exactly as you think, everything would be different? People would respect and admire you? Many adults with ADHD are wasting precious time in life because they can't break free from the cycle of self-sabotage. But I developed a method that changed my game, and I'm going to teach it to you in the first link in the description.